me talk to him.
Hey everybody, welcome to the show. I'm Matt. Good to have you here. Let me talk to you. We're going to get into a lot of fun stuff here today. Let me tell you about that. We're going to go through WWE 2K24's latest patch notes. There ain't much there. And then we're going to talk about what you got. AEW Fight Forever. They got a new season. If you play that game, it's there. But it's a wrestling game. I thought we could talk about it for at least a minute. We got some programming notes, updates to give you guys. We've also got... what do we got here? AEW Dynasty, the pay-per-view. Not the premium live event, just the pay-per-view. We're going to talk about that too. So we got a lot of good stuff coming at you today. So if you guys can, you want to support the show, any which way you can is amazing. But if you want to, you can hit that like button on the stream. You can hit subscribe to get more content. We got 2K24 video that dropped yesterday or the day before. We've got Unfiltered for all of our WWE, AEW content, talking about deep topics, going in, getting the nitty gritty. We did one on Uncle Howdy just the other day, and it was super fun to put together. Really, really happy about that. One quick note. This gentleman may be watching, he may not be watching, but either way, we throw it out there. Shout out to Cornell, who previously worked over at 2K for WWE 2K24. Cornell is the reason why I was able to be a part and join the 2K Nextmaker program. And Cornell is simply just a nice, good human being. I don't know why he left, no idea in the details, and it's none of my business. And I will not speculate. But I will just say, Cornell is a great human being. I'm sad that he's leaving because selfishly it means I get to talk to another good person and shoot the shit with them and hang out and whatnot. So I'm a little saddened by that. But you know what? It's like a divorce. People assume in a divorce, you hear like, oh, you're divorced. And they're like, oh, that's so terrible. Maybe it's not. Maybe it's okay. Maybe it's exactly what everybody wanted involved. Yeah, maybe you want to celebrate something. So anyways, just shout out to Cornell, who worked over at 2K. He has left, leaving, whatnot, but just shout out to him because he's an awesome human being. So let's keep going. Awesome shirt, says Mr. Nazgul. Well, thank you. In spirit of X-Men 97. I love X-Men 97. I hope you watched the one from yesterday. A lot of stuff with Charles Xavier. It's very, very exciting. D'Angelo, the AEW pay-per-view is this Sunday, and I forgot too. I didn't know about it. AEW, man. I'm still hung up on the Young Bucks thing and the whole CM Punk stuff, only because of how stupid it is. It just still bothers me that they did that. I barely watched Dynamite last night. I tried. I did not find it very good. It was okay. I hope Swerve wins. That's a good thing. I hope Swerve wins the world title and there is no other thing going on. That's what I'd like to see happen at Dynasty. We'll talk about Dynasty in a little bit. Wish we would cover our Marvel stuff on the channel too. Ace, I would, but brother, it's just me sitting in the chair, and there ain't enough time, and I can't do that. But maybe I could add that as like a fancy thing we can do. What the hell's wrong with my eye? Oh, my eye is not good. Oh boy. Well, better go to a doctor. I'm falling apart here. That's okay. And the other thing is that this, ladies and gentlemen, you are here. You're here for kind of a special one as well. We got 300 people in the chat, a little bit more than that. Thank you guys so much. Hit the like if you can. But you're here for a fun little moment. It's a fun little day. And you know why? Hang on, why is the music not there? There we go. If the music's good and balanced, let me know. You're in for a fun little day. And the reason why? You are here live for what is probably the last stream in the studio. We're moving out. I got my bags packed. I got to pack up my action figures, and I'm leaving. And I'm gone forever. No, it is like final. Yeah, it's probably. I say probably because anything can happen and blow up. But final week in this here studio. I have been in this space in my home. I'm not leaving to I'm not buying a space. That's insane. But I have room in the house. So I am moving out of this place I built. This thing I built all here, duct tape and all, been in this space for 3 years total. And so, yeah, I'm moving on out and we're upgrading and it's looking good and it's coming together and people may not care and that's okay. but it's just a fun thing for Matt. It's going to mean hopefully better quality content coming at you, and I'll be more excited because we'll have more stuff coming out, and I can finally stretch my arms a little bit, but it means just gets me more motivated, gets me excited to produce more stuff. We'll take things up a notch. The house that LA Matt built, yeah. But yeah, like Kadar, for example, Kadar and Jack, I'll shout him out too, and Javi's been here for a very long time. You guys have watched content, my dumb face, for a couple of years now. So this whole area that I went from 1.0 studio, and that was very duct tape, to this, which I thought, this is good enough, and it still is. But yeah, going to be upgrading and expanding it. Won't look the same. It won't look the same. So there you go. Jack, what's going on? 31 months as a supporter. Thank you very much, buddy. Yes, new Studio Jack is coming next week. It ain't cheap doing that stuff either, but because you guys support the channel by watching videos, hanging out, donating in live streams, things like that, we are able to do this type of thing, and that's what's most amazing. Sir Brendo92, thank you, buddy. Universe Mode badly broken, so many issues. Well, let's talk about the issues, shall we? Shall we? We shall. All right. 2K24's patch 1.06 patch notes are here. And what are they? Well, this. 2K24 patch notes are the following. You get stability improvements. Look at you. Look at you go. We address reported concerns of leaderboards not loading correctly within my faction. Sure. And address reported concerns related to setting the ring announcer to none when entering a title match. I did test that. Now it's there. I don't quite get... Like, it allows you to toggle all three ring announcers. And you could also select no ring announcer. Why do I want no ring announcer? Why was that a fix I needed? But anyways, and they address report concerns of autocomplete preventing players in my GM from booking superstars from different tag teams in the same match. And more! Oh, I have no idea what the more means. Do you? I don't. I sincerely don't. That patch was surprising. Didn't know anything about it. Just a small one. Probably includes my faction stuff that's coming down the road. It was like 2 gigs or something like that. It wasn't huge. But yeah. Good night, everybody. No. So that's what that was. By the way, can you guys hear background music? Because I can, but I don't know how loud it is. It's not overblowing my microphone. If it's too loud, let me know and I will bring it down. Need these balancing things. Let me know. No music. No? You can, but it's very quiet? Alright. I'm not jacking this thing up real... Literally can't hear. No background music. Okay. Not real good. Not real good. No. Oh, we gotta make these things. You can hear it. Turn it up a little. What? No background music. Little. Wasn't sure. All right, I just turned it up a little bit. It's nice to have a little bit of music in the background as we do these things. Demi the Kid, thanks, buddy. Having trouble downloading certain things. Well, we're going to talk about some issues right now. Having trouble downloading certain things. Also start downing, then returning to creations. Any way to fix this? Oh, started like downloading and then return to creations. I have had this too. So one issue I have seen in 2K right now, even past this last patch. JC, we need the music. I need the music. It just keeps me going. What's wrong with my eyeball? Ugh. That's a weird thing I got on my eye. One of the things is the stuff with the logos is not going well. Downloading is an issue. You go to community creations and you try to just download somebody and it doesn't work. It seems like it stops or it doesn't even click. I've had that where I don't actually get to click on the create a superstar and have it start the download progress. It boots out, or it gets to like maybe halfway, spins forever, but allows me to back up. So I know that is one thing. I mean, we can have a laundry list here, ladies and gentlemen. What needs to be fixed? There's stuff with the logo limit people have been tagging me about. Camden, I'm good. How are you? Random images on your tire. I am Waiter. I have heard of that as well. Actually, people were texting me some stuff, so bear with me because I can give you some stuff for Creation Suite. Because if anybody at 2K is listening, please, for the love of God, help us. Help us so much. We need help. I'm just looking for... oh yeah. Downloads with images, glitches, create a superstar, create an arena. There's issues. I think there's lighting issues are still going on. Alternate attires using championships. Entrance instead of custom entrances. It seems to be a bit of a mess right now. Hair dye is still going through the head to the other side. So on the creation front, I really, really hope 2K is coming out with a large patch. This was like mid-month, so it's like a smaller patch, I guess. And hopefully by the end of the month, maybe they will do another giant patch drop like they did with 1.5. But it seems like 0.5 fixed some stuff, but then broke a lot of other things. Not Hulk Hogan's mustache, though, so we're okay there. But it did seem to create some issues with other stuff. Frazier, what's up, buddy? Dummy. Post-match replays don't work when they're turned on? Really? Mine work. It's hit and miss, and I played it both on PlayStation and Xbox, and mine post-match replays seem to be working. Lighting is an issue. I've seen people post like they're in a match and it's just dark match. What else we got? Universe mode needs a lot of love, just in general. I don't even know where to start with universe mode other than like, hey, comb through the bugs and let's see. I can actually take a quick look at some things that might need fixing. I know ladder match is still an issue. The LED boards in Create an Arena are a problem. Unselectable arenas in universe mode. Logic improvements for battle royales, Royal Rumbles need to be done. World Championship, the World Heavyweight Championship is acting really, really broken for some people. Rivalry news don't display right. Jacoby, cool. Nazgul, yeah, like universe mode works fine for me in terms of its stability, but I see a lot of people complain that stuff's broken. What else? Ladder match balancing needs to be fixed. It's still an issue. Royal Rumble, in the Royal Rumble match, selecting superstars is an issue. There's elevating glitches people have seen. Arenas are inaccurate. There just seems to be a lot of bugs. We need Persona card. Yeah, Jojo, that's another big one. Persona cards. So I've asked 2K, or I have put in feedback, I should say, and said, oh, the replays for universe mode? Oh, okay. That makes more sense. I also did it because it wasn't 5 over, it didn't pop up. Really, Jack? Can't wait to see it, Jack. I got it. Thank you, Jack. Thank you so much for the support. You can't wait to see it. It should be next week. Someone also asked if we're going to have a live show next week. TBD. There should be. If the studio is done and ready to go, then I'm doing like a reveal day, like a launch day. So this weekend will hopefully, again, it depends how busy we are at the house, but if things go well and I got some time, I'm going to finish everything off because I move fast. It's hard and fast, daddy. In and out. That's what she said. So I hope to get everything done this weekend into next week. Also, it's like a tricky thing because I want to make enough content. So if I got to stop for a day or two, then this place isn't in shambles. Because I got to take all the gear. I got to take the cameras and everything. So I got to get my act together. And then, yeah, then we'll have everything built out. And then hopefully once I'm like ready to go, I'll put a message out on the community tab and on social media and just say, hey, we're launching. Studio's launching. Big day. Big celebration. I don't know. It'll have to come together really fast. Maybe I'll get some guests on. Who knows? Yeah, Jack, I did a little preview, so things are moving along, so it's good. My faction. Fixes and updates. 2K. I've asked. I hear I'm only one man in community as well. Where are the Persona cards? Bro, where are the Persona cards? I'm asking about Trick Williams and Seth Rollins' Shield. I've confirmed with other people in the community, there's 2% chance, apparently, of unlocking the, what is it? The Amnesty cards associated with, like, Seth Rollins. But you can't just go into my faction, into the card market, click on Seth Rollins' Shield, it's not even there, and just click buy or unlock using your balance, your virtual currency, all of that. Why? And guess what? I like my faction this year. I didn't like it in years past. I have problems with it. This year, I actually do enjoy it for the most part. It's a nice alternative right now for me to grind it out. I'm not a card collecting guy either, but I like having like, oh, the live events. I like the live events they put out. The different kinds of cards. I'll collect a little bit, but I'm mostly in there just kind of like level up and get points and do that and do the weekly towers. So I kind of stay like afloat with it and stay ahead. Oh, Jacoby, support from Minnesota. Oh, thanks, buddy. But yeah, where's Trick and Seth? The game's been out for over a month. And day one, they gave us Sheamus, and then the John Cena and the Cody Rhodes cards. Those were playable. That's all good. That's awesome. Where's the rest? Like, are we slow feeding this thing? Is it just drip, drip, drip by the like the freaking 6 months? And I say that because there's two. Like, Trick and Seth are still there, and there's Ichiban Hulk Hogan, brother, which is a Target exclusive, which I understand. Like, that's the deal. That's what WWE, that's what Mattel wants to do. Hook it up with 2K. I understand it. I don't agree with it because anybody outside of the United States can't get it. You got to go through friends and family and find out if you can get the card code and ask online for it. Not fair. That's the point. Which it probably will become available later. The Ichiban Hulk Hogan, brother. It'll probably come in there. Oh, Camden, thank you so much for the $5. Hey, Matt, I have a question. What's up? Do you think we will ever get the Fireflies in the crowd for Bray? Shatter Bray is just complete dark. We had that last year. Didn't they have it like it was dark and then they patched it and then it worked, Camden? My guess would be yes. They will eventually patch it. But I swear we had that problem last year and then they did it. So yes, the Target exclusive, not a fan. Just as a fan of wrestling, and I want the toy card. I play as Cody Rhodes, John Cena toy figures because I think it's funny. And I like doing the matches here and there. And then I see the Ichiban Hulk Hogan. I'm like, this isn't fair. I live in Canada and other people are in the UK and everywhere else, and they can't get the Ichiban Hulk Hogan, even if they don't want to play as it for a day. They just still want to have the roster unlocked. So I don't like that. And I mostly am just I'm sitting here and I've asked other people in like the 2K community, and I'm like, have you heard anything about Seth Rollins unlock my faction card or Trick Williams? Are we getting those? Nobody knows. The only thing I do know, and shout out to my friend Rival, who does WWE 2K my faction covers, like that's his jam. So I talked to Rival and I said, can I get it? And he's like, dude, there's a 2% chance of unlocking the pieces to get the card. You can't do it. And this goes back to my original criticism of 2K with my faction. It's one more time I'm like, you're almost there. You almost got me. Like in a good way of like, you almost did it, where I was happy with this mode because I want all of it to do well. I'm like, why are we waiting over a month for two my faction models to show up so that players can grind and unlock it? I don't get it, unless they just have some kind of plan where it's going to coincide with like DLC. But these two characters have been out technically since day one. They're there. There's no way. Why can't? And WrestleMania was with Seth and the Shield and all of that. It's perfect time to release it. I don't understand putting Seth Rollins' Shield model in there as a Persona card, not releasing it, waiting over a month, and not letting people just use their my faction currency to get it. The whole point is to get it and to enjoy it. And if they're like, well, you got to grind and hunt for these cards and these cards to make the card, to make it all go, and then it's going to cost you got to do all that grinding, and it's going to take you like 6 months to actually grind it and get it. I'm like, how about the alternative? You patch it in and you just say, here's the Seth Rollins Persona card. Do you want to use your my faction points? Great. It's going to cost you 50,000 my faction points. And then you can unlock it, or you can grind, or you can get virtual currency and buy it. That's all they got to do. That's all they got to do. I really do not understand. That's my gripe. That's my qualm, ladies and gentlemen. It's a small one. It's my faction. There are other problems. Creation Suite, Create an Arena we talked about. I've experienced ladder match glitches, AI, logistics, not doing stuff. Ref pins and counts seemed Like, it's hit and miss for me. I feel like they sped it up a little in terms of the ref running around to get into position. I feel like that is fixed a little bit. Still hear the complaints. I know the modding community is upset because they feel like there's blocks all the time, so that's not good. Yeah, there's just stuff all the time where I'm like, man, you really need to be giving us like more patches. And I know it will come with time, but there are significant fixes. The only mode I find that works well is my GM. And I like my GM. Ian Cahill, thank you very much for your super chat. They need to add 1,000 images slots when they update the game and so on. That is not happening. I've talked to other people. I've talked to 2K. I've seen them in interviews. They were on Pro Wrestling Shoot. Gentleman, I forget his name, but gentleman was on the dev team for the Creation Suite, and I think it was Dave was his name, but I apologize. His feedback was like, it's just not something that they can do right now. So it's not going to get patched in where we got above 1,000 logo limit. Should it be in there? 100%. Is it going to be? Not this year. Next year, I do feel, I know nothing, but next year, I feel like it's going to be next gen, current gen. They finally stopped the PS4. Ray Scarlett, thank you very much for your super chat. Amen. I love your content. Thanks, buddy. When you don't release something new, I would just like to join a wrestling community. When you don't release something new, I would just like to join a wrestling community since I feel kind of excluded in life. Oh, dude. Well, welcome, Ray. Get in here. Sit down. Grab a drink, grab a cocktail, grab a sandwich. Come and hang out with all of us because the community here is very fantastic, very positive. So join in. Abigail, thank you very much. 12-month supporter. Here's a cup of coffee. Thank you very much. So yeah, I don't think the patch notes did very much, guys. Wasn't very happy about it. Any problems with Barricade-trons? They got problems with Barricade-trons? I've heard. Oh! Bad boy Cause. I apologize. I didn't want to miss this. Online. Online is broken. There. I've said it. People ask all the time. They put it in the comments. They tag me online. Online does not work well. It does not work consistently. Online needs to be significantly looked at. Servers, people crash. I've tested it on PlayStation. I've tested it on Xbox. It's not playable. I get booted out of regular matches. I get booted out for just trying to set up a one-on-one and join something. It's been broken for a long time. It needs attention. Players like to play online. They want to play with their friends. It does not work. It's not stable. So, the online doesn't work, bro. I don't play online pretty much for that reason. Like, ever in the last 10 years, I don't play a lot online. I'll jump in here and there, but I'm like, it's not for me. I just like play by myself. But yeah, online is the mess. There you go. No crossplay play killed online for me. So, there you go. Matt spoke about it. Did I cover everything for you? Probably not. Come on, chat, says D'Angelo. Hit the like button. Jack says, Troyden's online stream a bit ago worked rather well, if I remember correctly. Troyden's? Oh, well, great. Again, it's not going to be everybody in the galaxy. Some people are going to be like, everything works for me. I play universe mode. I don't have a lot of problems, like big problems. I haven't crashed in universe mode, but I don't have crazy stuff downloaded. Where I think some people run into the problem is they overload the downloads, the community creation downloads, and if there's modded stuff especially, I don't know if that messes their game or not. I know when I would do that a ton, it would just crash. So I stopped doing it as much. I download some, seems to be okay. But other people are just like, I play it normal and I play my game and it doesn't load. I had like on PlayStation 5, I had like really bad latency for a while, and I was experiencing low frame rates, like on entrances. I was like, what's going on? And I was playing on an OLED TV. I was like, this is not right. RB26 Debt, thank you very much. Symbol, love your content too. Thanks, buddy. Secondary titles like the US and IC truly need side plates in. Is 2K even aware of this? I know I flagged it. I know other people flagged it. We've talked about the World Heavyweight title, that it's all messed up and mangled. I've reported that side plates are messed up. I've done videos on it the other day. yeah, so like the world titles, men's and women's, for the most part, seem to work for side plates. Cody does not. I had to manually apply and assign side plates to Cody for his American Nightmare side plates to work. After patch 1.05, more side plates seem to be working. Like Roman, first thing I noticed was Roman Reigns at the previous patch had regular WWE plates. Then they started working with his Roman ones. It's hit and miss. Mid-card titles do not work for side plates. I tried Sami Zayn the other day. And what's funny is like with Sami, for example, he was my IC champion. I went in to assign side plates and his Sami Zayn side plates were already assigned. So I went in and played a one-on-one match. It was WWE plates. So then I went in and removed the plates and then reassigned Sami Zayn side plates. Still defaulted to WWE title ones. It's a small thing, but these are the things we care about in the community. Needing that in there. Hardcore FM says, how to get DX with the music help? You can't because the theme is not in the game, brother. Yeah. I downloaded you in 2K24. Good job on 1-2. Who? Not me. That was Dr. Gorilla Nuts. He's amazing. Drizzy Dre, what's going on, buddy? Dre, I haven't seen you or heard from you in forever. I hope you're all right. I hope you're well. Good to have you in here, buddy. Ray Scarlett, Universe member. Oh, club member, Ray. Way to go, brother. Thank you so much. Too sweet to you. Guys, the studio relaunch, update, launch. We're moving out. This is your final stream with Matt in here. I'll have a couple more videos. Again, if the new thing slows me down and then I don't have all the things to make it perfect, because I like things to look just and feel just good, this will be my last stream in here. So it's sad and happy at the same time. I get to stretch my butt. Let's talk about Prince. What's up? Let's talk about AEW Fight Forever for a second. We don't have to. Season 4. We got Mr. Samoa Joe in the game. Joe. Oh, that online thing, man. Samoa Joe is coming. World War Joe, May 8th. If you guys want it for AEW Fight Forever. I like the beach. Never got all that. I waited. I didn't get any of the season passes. I think I got the first one. I can't remember. I stopped, man. There was a really good article from Mike Straw regarding Fight Forever and its whole situation. These are the planned DLCs. You got Cesaro. You've also got Jamie Hayter. So Jamie Hayter she's out right now, I believe. Model looks good. It's cool that you can play outside in the beach. The odd time I've gone in and like jumped into Fight Forever just to casually just do a couple of matches, and I'm like, oh yeah, I like the gameplay. Like that's kind of my core thing. I'm like, oh, I'll go in and like once a month. Smack the bum. Hit her in the bum. I'll go in like once a month and I'll play Fight Forever, and I'm like, I'm having fun. I had a good time. Then I'm out. And that's it. I just can't be in there very long. Abigail, any predictions on when WrestleMania 40 arena will be added? No, I actually do not know. I can't even hint at it. I don't know. We don't know. I know as much as you do. So we have no idea when the WrestleMania 40 arena is going to drop. I hope soon. WrestleMania is over. I know they probably need the design and the set and all of that to look at it, but it's an outdoor stadium. The creation suite for WrestleMania 40 XL arenas that were already out there looked amazing. Even like WrestleMania Night 1, people remade them. Look fantastic. So I hope 2K releases the WrestleMania arena. My guess, this is just a guess. My guess is they will release it the first DLC around that time. That's my guess. But I don't know. I hope they release it very, very soon because you kind of want to keep the momentum of it. They released the patch today, or excuse me, that was yesterday. They released the patch. Very, very underwhelming. Not a lot in there. I hope that like by the end of the month, they're like, here is WrestleMania 40. If you guys were getting it, yay, I can jump into that. And then maybe like a week or two later, the DLC drops. Yay, I get CM Punk. That's going to bring me back in. But they got to fix so many things. Like they really got to. 2K24 has felt like a really, like on launch day and all of that and launch month, man, I got cuts everywhere. I'm enjoying it. I still like the game. I'm still having fun, but I see and hear the complaints regarding bugs, and I'm like, this stuff really needs to get doubled down to keep the community happy. 2K24 is a good game. Like, am I nuts on Showcase? No. I actually was going through it on PlayStation today because I'm like, I got to unlock these arenas, and I just started getting countouts just to fast track through it because I was like, I don't want to play this. I already played it on Xbox and beat it, and I was like, and that was a pain in the butt. I just didn't enjoy it that much. But also the fact that arenas are not unlocked, but the roster is for Showcase. I should just be able to unlock everything if I want to. So yeah, it's like, I don't like that. But overall, I'm like, 2K's got so many good things in here. The back and forth fighting, all the extra blood, ambulance, gauntlet matches, special referee. Those are all good. The gameplay mechanics are solid. It's just these glitches pick up, and it's just like, man, it really bums me out because I'm like, you have it. You have such a solid game other than just these little things. And these little things, they add up. And they add up to the player. So hopefully they go around and they fix some stuff. Just a lot of bugs right now where I'm like, man, they got to get on this. Let's look at some super chats. Hi to everybody that's just joining us. Welcome to the show. Martin. Thank you very much for your super chat. It would be cool if you could activate, deactivate blood before a match like you do with entrances. Oh yeah, you can. You got to go into the settings, right? And choose that. I was just thinking if you made a custom, no, because it's either on default or on or off. Like I was going to say, if you made a custom match, you could do that. You can't. Yeah, there's no other way around it. That's a shame. Javi, 13-month club member, dude. Thank you so much. I have a new show idea for you. Talk to me, daddy. When you do videos live, do to what you saw on TV, i.e. punk video. Call it the hot tag. Oh, Javi, do you mean like doing like when stuff instantly happens on TV? Like the punk video or Rhea drops the title? Do you mean those videos where I'm basically having like a reaction? Not like an allergic reaction, but just reacting to it? You think I should call it the hot tag? It's going to look like a little bit like a studio. Like in terms of, like it's going to have the desk and stuff. Like it's basically a newscast for me. Oh, Mohammed Intaz, thank you so much for being a Assemble supporter. Yeah, Javi, let me know. Javi, that's what you think, the hot tag? I like that idea. I think it's a very good idea. It breaks it up a little bit in terms of what the content will look and feel like, hopefully. So yeah, guys, patch notes, very, very underwhelming. Not great. We need more. We need more information. And we don't have it. And that's a shame. Because I want the game to do well. I want things to do well. But I want everybody to get their fixes too. Let's see here. All right. Oh, Vic Gomez. Thanks, buddy. Well, thanks for coming in. Oh, yeah. Fight Forever, by the way. So we can see here. We got this Fight Forever game. All right. We have... Someone posted a video that Fight Forever was $10 at Walmart. It's still like $25 online and stuff. So Claudio, great. Jamie Hayter, great. Is that season 3? Giant swing in the ring? Yeah. Swerve to the beach. Giant swing in the ring. Jamie Hayter. Freebie for the fans. Swerve, Claudio, Jamie. That's season 3. New moves. Day and evening beach maps. Okay. I haven't caught up in Fight Forever in a minute. And then I guess Joe is the next season? Yeah. Man, and I don't think that they're going to have much plans after this for Fight Forever. I think they had a couple of, like, the 4 DLCs. There may be one more. I have to look at Mike Straw's not email, his article he wrote on Insider Gaming. Because he was talking with the developers and how they had, like, the initial roadmap, and that's kind of it. Like, we're not going to get new match types. Remember when that was a thing? Remember when we all thought, like, hey, you want to get this game going? Next month, after launch, add new match type. Never, wasn't even, I think, in the roadmap, period. Vala, don't spam. Brian, what's going on, buddy? You didn't know I was streaming? Yeah, man. I'm a day late. I couldn't do it yesterday. I was building things you saw. Elimination Chamber Arena doesn't have ramp camera? No, it does not. I don't think it will. Oh, Brian, thank you so much for the donation, dude. You didn't have to do that. I get the feeling you're in a happy mood today. Javi, thank you. Yes, that's what I mean. Like a breaking news show. Yeah, I gotta do that. Hot Tag is a good one. That's a good name for it. But I need like a logo intro thing. Just be like, Hot Tag. Slap the hands together. Crossman Wrestling, what's going on? Ray Scarlett, when are coming in more of my faction updates? I already finished all there is and I'm just getting bored in my faction boxes. Yeah, no news. They'll just keep releasing more live events. Around the time of every patch or every month, they're going to drop new stuff, but they're not going to do anything substantial. I'm still waiting on the Persona cards. I don't know when those things are coming. We talked about this a little earlier. Nothing. Nothing. Ridiculous. Anchorwing, what's going on? Happened to the old what's going to happen to the old recording room? Storage. That's it. Storage. Move the kids stuff in here. I would move the kids in it. I'm kidding. But no, yeah, storage room. Then I move out. Did you order a WWE Legend so you can get the Ichiban Hogan? Robert, I know, because I live in Canada. So I did not, because I'm here. I can't get that. Ray, are they going to have those birthday live events again? I missed those. So easy to get a new pack. I don't know. There's been a lot of wrestlers' birthdays. They haven't done it. I just want Persona cards because they'll be gone forever someday. Yeah, I know, Greg. I'm like, where's the Seth Rollins? This has been ridiculous. It's taking so long. We don't even have a Seth out. I don't get it. All right, let's look at... Call me Mo or Momo. I go with Mo. Momo is fun, though. Could have sworn, JC, there's Targets in Canada. We had Target. We had it for like a day. It literally came in for about a year. And I know that specifically because my son was born right around that time. And I think Target was like one of his first store experiences as a baby. He doesn't know because he was little and just his brain was nothing. So took him in there. We had Target. It was very exciting. They never got stock of anything and it all failed. You couldn't go down, there's no towels. And you were like, you come back to the towel aisle in 3 weeks and they're like, we're still out of stock. They had nothing on the shelves here. Nothing. But it was such a nice alternative than going to freaking Walmart. Give me a yeah, champ? Yeah. It's removed. Ichiban Hulk Hogan with removable mustache crashes your game when you take it off, brother. Oh yeah, brother. Let's look at Dynasty, shall we? Ladies and gentlemen, AEW Dynasty is coming out this weekend. It's a show. It's pay-per-view. It's going to be good. Here's the thing. I have not... AEW television on a week-to-week basis, Dynamite, is okay. It's been hit and miss. I haven't loved it. I try to tune in every week, and I'm just, for the most part, it's got its little bright spots where I'm like, I like Joe, I like Swerve, I like, what's her name? Why was I going to say Tony Storm? I was going to say Tony Blanchard. That's not right. Tony Storm. There's a couple of Edge I still like to get a kick out of watching Edge's matches. Get his theme music in there. You think you know me, but you don't. I like certain things. I don't like the Bucks. Just don't. I don't care for it. Nothing to do with CM Punk stuff. I just don't like him. I was like, I'm bored by you. Like, there's so much talent. And yet, so little I care. But then, the pay-per-views come. And the pay-per-view cards are like bangers. They have a banger card. And most of their cards are bangers. It's not always a hit. There are misses. But I look at this and I'm like, this is pretty good. This is pretty darn good. I honestly feel like before I get into this, and we're going to break this down a little bit. I'm not going to go in too deep because I've followed AEW on a weekly basis, but I'm also like, who's going to win? It's going to be fun matches. There's going to be some highlights and there's going to be some meh. There's going to be a little bit of story development. Maybe Swerve will win the title. That'll be the big thing for me. And that's about it. Do you know? What do I know? Do you know when the first DLC comes out, champ? Yeah, champ. It's like May 17th. It's on 2K's website. FBE, thank you very much. When selecting a ring announcer, Yim can select you can select Samantha, Mike, Alicia, and default. And there's a none option. None option is weird. Yes, I was saying that earlier. I'm like, why did you put in a none option? I don't need that. I just love AEW main event matches, but they're fine. Okay, so title for titles. I can't even click on these. What the hell? AEW. I can't even click on your... You can't give me a description on this? Fine. The Acclaimed versus Bullet Club Gold. For the 6-man tag team championships. The AEW World Tag Team Champions. Title for titles. The ROH World 6-man tag team. I'm confused by this match. Is that... So you got the AEW World Trios Champion. That's why I'm confused. I was like, wait a minute, they're 6-man check. Yeah, okay. The Trios titles are on the line. The ROH and the Trios titles. The AEW Trios titles. So they're World Trios. All the Trios are on the line. So you got 6 belts. Winner take all. Well, go to the Acclaimed. Sure. I guess. You guys let me know your picks. I'm just like, I'm kind of like meh. And remember when the Acclaimed were like the hottest thing? Like, they're still great. But remember when that period when they would come out and they would pop the ratings and they were so over, and then Tony did nothing with them and they started losing? Bang Bang Gang is great. I like Bullet Club Gold. I do. But I remember when the Acclaim, I would watch the Acclaim and they would give me feeling, and I know because Billy Gunn's in there, but it gave me feelings of D-Generation X. And the reason I say that, it gave me feelings of like Road Dogg and Billy Gunn coming out. That's what it felt like. Because a lot of the shtick, there's little similarities in there. But the pop, the fun of it, of like, hey, they're coming out. Like, these guys are great. They're entertaining. They put on good matches. Now I'm just like, what are we doing? They're Trios champions versus other Trios titles? Okay. I'm going to say the Acclaimed win. Jericho. I'm confused by this. Why is... Oh, it's for the FTW Championship, Jericho versus Hook. I thought they were trying to... I thought Jericho kept trying to pal around with Hook. It's... I don't... Why is Hook versus Jericho? I thought they were tag teaming. I thought Jericho's whole thing is him trying to be a nice guy to Hook and say bet a lot. Because that's the thing kids say is bet. See, I'm old. They go walking around and Jericho does it and it looks cringy because he goes, bet. He leaves his fist out for an obscene amount of time waiting for someone to fist bump him. So, Jericho versus Hook. It's his dad's title. I say Hook wins. Jericho, the problem with Jericho is like, he needs to go off TV for like 6 months. Because he's done all of it. He's wrestled everybody. He's been in every program. And this doesn't do anything for Hook. So Hook should win over Jericho because Jericho does not need a win. It means nothing. Matt, Solo Sikoa did it for The Rock? Hell yeah, he did. Kenny Bomb's in the chat, everybody. Hey, Kenny. The hell is this match? Hook jacked him up last night. See, I missed it. I didn't watch all of Dynamite. I saw Edge. What else did I see? I saw Mercedes Moné. She did not moan last night, so there was no moaning. She just came out and said some words for a few seconds. What else did I see? Saw a little bit of Swerve. I fell asleep. That's what I watched. I didn't watch the whole thing. Okay, so he jacked him up last night, Kenny. All right. Now, I'm going for a Hook. I say Hook's going to win. Abigail, thank you so much. You're very kind. All right, Hook's going to win because Jericho doesn't need it. Is Hook going to go to WWE? I hope so. That kid needs to get out of there. He needs to actually have a character. He needs to do something. Jericho's not helping anything. No moaning ruined the night. But, Kenny, I did see, what's-her-face, Julia Hart. She was involved. I watched that segment. Yes, I did. Yes, I did. Moving on. AEW Continental Championship. Just call it the Intercontinental title. The Continental Classic, not the Continental Classic, Continental Championship. AEW Continental Champion Kazuchika Okada versus Pac. Okada's winning. Probably shenanigans by the Bucks. Okada's first AEW pay-per-view? Well, since officially signing. with AEW. Okada retains. That'll be a good match. Pac's great. She's losing her title on Sunday. Don't say this. Don't say this. Hook needs 100% to go WWE. You know what? Hook would be a great name for... Let's get back over here to camera one. Hook would be a great name for WWE, NXT, but the new NXT that is coming when they go onto the other network, because they need to change the arena, and they need to make it feel a little bit bigger. And if they change the design, the feel, and all that stuff, you bring in Hook, you call him something else, then you Hook Blade, and then you get him in there, and you have him just going for the North American Championship. And have him do like the silent thing he was doing. Let him be all kind of cool and mysterious. Then they just get him talking. He just says bet a lot. I don't care for this. I don't need this guy on my TV right now. Not this AEW version. All right, the big match, the giant blow-off match, ladies and gentlemen, that we've all been waiting for and all been dreaming of in our dream of dreams. The Young Bucks versus FTR in a ladder match. What's funny is that I actually said, I'm like, this match, when it was first like brought up, I was like, do this in a ladder match. And they're doing it in a ladder match, so that's good. It's gonna mean something. This is for the tag team titles. I'm gonna say the Bucks win. They're heels. They need faces to chase them. Don't need FTR with the titles. FTR's had the belts. I don't find the FTR... I love FTR. I don't find them exciting with the belts. I think if you put them on the Bucks, then you can get another face team. I don't know who, but to go after the Young Bucks, and you can have them be the snarky champions, EVP champions. They got Okada in there, so then they got their new club, their new elite, so then they all got belts, so they'll probably do that. And maybe they'll do something dastardly, but I don't need to see this match gone again. The Punk thing with the Young Bucks, showing the footage did not sell, in my opinion, did not drive viewership. Well, we know that. It didn't spike the viewership. It didn't make any sense in the storyline for the tag team titles. How did showing the CM Punk backstage footage have anything to do with the tag team title match, other than the Bucks just saying, like, we couldn't pray and we were off our game because of this? And then Tony Khan was in some interview and he basically said the same verbiage as to what the promo was all about and probably how he wrote it. He just said it in an interview. So I'm like, okay, how does showing this footage do any... The only thing it does for is Jack Perry. Because he can go out there when he was in New Japan and he had the CM Punk thing, and he was doing go to sleeps and all that, trying to get some heat. Yeah, he capitalized on it. Good for him. Maybe he can make something out of it. But then he got the Bucks. It didn't make any sense. You're gonna shoot footage, real glass. You're gonna show real footage for a real thing that really happened in real life in a fictitious, made up end result of a ladder match. The two things are not really connected. Pointless. It was pointless to show the footage. You drew more attention to CM Punk, and guess what? You are probably going to have this ladder match, and you are going to have fans chanting CM Punk during your tag team ladder match, because that's what you did, bro. So stupid. I'm sorry. I don't like that they did that. Nothing to do. I'm a fan of CM Punk. I like FTR. I don't really like the Young Bucks. Has nothing to do with me just being a shill for Mr. Punk. It just doesn't matter. Showing any footage of this it, like, take Punk out of the thing. If it was MJF getting into a scrum shoving thing, it does nothing because they're not involved. What if this was MJF? And he's still off TV and all this stuff. And they're like, we have backstage footage and it was MJF getting a fight with Jack Perry. And they shoved each other. Okay, so what? Is there a payoff? No. We're just going to use this to try to link it somehow to why we were not on our game in our last match to then push the storyline for our current match. They have nothing to do with one another. But now you got a guy who's in another company and they're cheering for him. He doesn't work for you, brother. Like, it's like you're going to start going off on Hulk Hogan and then you're like, he doesn't work here. Why are you talking about him? Unknown Prink, thank you for the $5. Do you think they will add old CM Punk models for my faction after the DLC? Maybe. We'll get back to our Dynasty preview in a second. Maybe. They could do it. They should do it. They probably won't do it. But there's a possibility. You never know. Do you think Mercedes made wrong decision? No. Not for her. She gets to be on TV every week, not wrestle, get paid a lot of money for 4 minutes of on-air work. I like that job. And here's the other thing I'll say. Okay, now you got me all hot and bloated. Not really, I'm feeling okay. You got Mr. Will Ospreay. He takes his shots at Triple H because Triple H is like, I don't want you if you don't want to work in the grind, and you don't grind it like me, so I'm going to pedigree you. He never said Will Ospreay, number one. Was it implied? 100%. But he never said Will Ospreay doesn't want to grind. Will then comes out and does his whole promo thing the other week, makes Renee seem very, very uncomfortable on television, saying he grinded on the wife, which is a 20-year-old jab. Triple H's like, yeah, I really... Number one, if you're Triple H and you hear that and you're like, yeah, I really care. I got how many millions of dollars? Oh, and I run WWE? Yeah, okay. When did I get married? Oh, in the Attitude Era? Okay. Gives a crap. Again, you're talking about people that aren't on your program. Triple H didn't say it on Raw. Triple H didn't go out in the middle of the ring on Raw and say, I only want people in here that want to grind. If you don't want to grind, I don't want you here. He never said that. He's in an interview with Pat McAfee. Who gives a crap? There's no point. It didn't help the program with Danielson. It didn't move that forward. It's a waste of conversation. But also, in my opinion, from where I sit, I agree with Triple H. For anybody he's referring to, forget Will Ospreay. Because if the person's, and again, and it's no fault of Will Ospreay. If he's like, this is what's best for me, my family, my life, I want to work here because it gives me lots of money and I get to wrestle and do what I want. Well, great. Who cares? You're happy. Good. It's no one's business. I don't care. But objectively, from the outside looking in, you go from the UK and you fly once a week to go to Dynamite taping, and you either wrestle a match or you do a promo. And then you, in theory, fly home. So, from the very far outside, when somebody or anybody makes those comments of like, you don't know what the grind is, I'm like, yes, he's been in New Japan and he's been all over the world and he's been wrestling for years. No one's discrediting any of it. It's just, you're in a company where you're doing, for example, he's saying this promo about Triple H, that you don't know what the grind is. But in that exact moment, you got to understand, it doesn't matter what we think, but you flew in from the UK to US to go on TV for 3 minutes to cut a promo that you didn't have to script, you didn't have to memorize. You even said coming out that Tony Khan was going to let you say these things and then do the promo. You didn't wrestle. So, and it's not Will Ospreay's fault, in my opinion. It's Tony Khan. Tony Khan flew a guy from the UK to the US to get into a building, to get on TV, in his sweatpants, not even in gear, not in like a suit, not looking like presentable for TV. He looked like he got off the plane. He got in a sweatsuit. He got a microphone. He stood on a stage. He spoke words for 3 minutes, probably less. And then he exited. And then, presumably, he flew home. That is not a knock on Will Ospreay. I just wouldn't understand if I was Tony Khan spending that kind of money being like, what am I getting out of this? Go wrestle. Put him on TV. Put him in a tag team match. So when Triple H says like, with the grind, I'm like, well, for Triple H or anybody, maybe that's how they want their company. Maybe Tony Khan's like, oh, I like doing it this way. It's fine. Anyways, that's my rant. It's not a shot at Will Ospreay, but it's a shot of like the optics of it to Tony Khan, of like, they're taking shots at my roster. Well, Tony, Will Ospreay didn't come in this week doing this promo and then 20 minutes later go wrestle 25 minutes in a really compelling feud. He came in and talked for 3 minutes and left. Good for him. Mick got paid. All right. We got the AEW International Championship. Roddy, Kyle O'Reilly. I don't feel like this is cooked very well. I'm going to say Roddy wins and retains, and Roddy keeps that title, and you keep Kyle O'Reilly chasing. I also heard a report, I could be way wrong, but it sounded like Adam Cole is not ready to come back anytime soon. That's a shame. I hope he comes back. I miss Adam Cole. Member for 17 months, Lonnie Jones says 100%. Thanks, man. Appreciate your support, guys. If you guys want to support the channel here and what we are doing, we're doing our preview for Dynasty and other things. And we got 500 people. Holy balls. Do me a favor, guys. Hit the like button and subscribe. Actually, it would mean a lot, I think, usually does, if you guys did subscribe. We are at 119,927 subscribers. So we need less than 100 subscribers. There's over 500 in the chat. So if you guys can, hit the subscribe button. It's totally free. And it gets us to 120,000. We could do it today. So if you can, that would mean a lot. Don't hit the like button. Hit the subscribe button. You get more updates. You get more videos from Matt here. All right. Then you got this trios. I want to see this trios match. All right. You got Edge, the Executioner, Adam Copeland, Eddie Kingston, Mark Briscoe versus House of Black. Aleister Black. Aleister Black's in a match. I wish he would do a singles match. Imagine Adam Copeland versus Aleister Black one-on-one. That'd be a good feud, man. That'd be a good feud. Why can't we do that? Hey. This is going to be a fun one. I'm excited for this match. This should like kick off Dynasty. It's going to be a lot of fun. These guys can all go. I really do want to see Copeland versus Black. Versus the House of Black. You could do some dark, cool stuff. Just stop flicking the light switch on and off, man. That should have been the match. Yeah. That should have been the match. But they never seem to want to give Aleister Black a one-on-one match. Ever. But I'm really excited to see this match. House of Black loses. I don't. What's there to gain? And you got all the heavy hit. You got the champions on the other side. The only thing that could happen is you're going to get more interference. Like Julia Hart could get involved. Willow will probably get involved in here. Kind of cancel things out. Unless they want to... See, if you wanted to do better storytelling here, ladies and gentlemen, how I would book this, you do this, you're going to do this match, fine. What happens next? This is my problem with AEW. What happens next? There never is like a what happens next. It's just, we'll see you on Dynamite next week. No, like let's plan some stuff here. So what I think you could do, if it were me, get the heel, you could get the heels to win. Or if you did want Copeland to go over, fine. Let him get the pin, then have House of Black beat him up later and do a big beatdown segment afterwards to set things up, and then have Aleister Black say it backstage later in Dynasty and be like, this isn't over and we're coming for you. And then he could set up Black versus Copeland for a big pay-per-view or for a big TV and keep the feud going. Because then Copeland's got allies, cancel out House of Black, but then I could get that match between Aleister Black versus Copeland. And the promos would be good. But I'm going to say the faces go over here. Breaking news, next week on Dynamite, Will Ospreay comes out and does an interview on the opinion of Assemble Matt on his live stream. Yeah, Greg, and he'll call me bruv. And be like, these bruv idiots on the internet don't know what they're talking about. Yeah, no, I don't. But I'm not getting paid to do what you do, sir. All right. AEW Women's World Championship, Toni Storm versus Thunder Rosa. I'm going to say Toni retains. Mariah May probably gets involved, helps her out. Toni loses. Where's Britt Baker? Where are other women in the show? You got 2 women's matches, that's good. But like, where for example, where is Britt Baker? She's been off TV for feels like a year. Maybe more. Thunder Rosa should win. MDB, yes. Where's Jamie Hayter? Jamie Hayter was injured, wasn't she? Where is what's her name? The green one. The hell's her name? British girl. This is my house. I can't think. Anyway, she should be on there. Ruby, yeah, there's one. Ruby's doing some other program, wasn't she? On like Collision. Paige, yeah, Paige. Yeah, Saraya. Yeah, that's it. Where's she? She's yelling about her house still? Is that what she's doing? 042, what's up? Yeah, Saraya, where is Paige? Whatever happened to all that stuff? I am going to say that Toni Storm wins. Nothing else to really be said. This is all that's going to happen. She's doing OnlyFans? Good for her. Ruby's pregnant? Fantastic. We'll get to the... Okay, we'll do it now. AEW World Championship. Samoa Joe. Swerve Strickland. Swerve should win. Joe's done a good job of kind of being a good, solid heel champion in the short term. I want Swerve to win. I hope that there are no other shenanigans during Dynasty. No backstage brawl, no conference at the end that is like goes in flames, no backstage reports of this or that happened during Dynasty. I want this to be a good, happy show where all the talent have fun and everyone does well and it's a success. And I want Swerve to win and get his moment. He deserves it. He's the most compelling thing on AEW television, in my opinion. He's got great character work. He's great in the ring. He could have great feuds with a lot of different people. And I think you could also see that Swerve versus Ospreay would be a killer match at All In. Or is it All Out? Whichever one is going to be at Wembley. Strickland versus Ospreay and Wembley. That would be the big match that you can build to. Yeah, Zero. He's got championship aura. He should win the title. I'm going to say it's Swerve's night because otherwise, what are you doing? You're spinning your wheels. But you could do Swerve then as champion and you could have Hangman, crazy Hangman, Magnum TA Hangman come in and challenge Swerve. And then you could do that feud again. Because those guys can fight forever against each other, no pun intended. But they can keep going and going and going. I like to see Hangman versus Swerve, but the title is involved. Then you can see what he can do. Don't make Swerve a face. Let Swerve be nasty heel. What has gotten him to this far, do that. But you can do Swerve versus Danielson, Swerve versus Ospreay. Swerve versus Copeland would be good. You could do, not Jericho, don't ever do that. Okada would be cool. There's a lot of matches for Swerve, but they got to build the programs right. So I'm going to say Swerve Strickland is going to win. I hope he does. It'd be very well deserved. It's kind of his moment. And then I see Kenny Bomb is in the chat. I'm talking about TBS Championship. Willow Nightingale versus Julia Hart. Kenny Bomb's favorite person. Julia Hart. I like Julia Hart. I think Willow wins. Okay, pause for a second here. Sorry, time out. Where's Mercedes? Is she not in a match? Help me out here. I thought the whole thing was like she came in and she's gonna wrestle. Is she still injured? Brian, thank you so much for your super chat. Hi, bro. Are you going to play as Rosie and Jamal if you buy the action figures from Target exclusive on the channel? Well, they're not my faction models. Those are just the wrestlers, the toys. Is Mercedes... Thank you for the super chat. No, Rosie and Jamal, I mean, I'd love to get them, but I don't think there's a my faction exclusive attached to them. She's still injured. Okay. So Mercedes has come in, CEO, and all of that. If she's still injured, she's been in for a month. She hasn't boosted ratings. She's been involved in this. Okay. So if she's injured, fine. I'm going to say that Willow Nightingale wins. Julia Hart exits. They flick the lights on and off and she's gone. And then CEO Mercedes Moan is coming out in the ring and she's going to go face to face with Willow Nightingale. And that's what they're going to do after the match. And they'll probably give this match 10 minutes. Julia will lose the TBS championship. She's a great TBS champion. I like Julia Hart a lot. She should go for the women's world title. Nightingale, to set up Nightingale versus Mercedes at whatever the next pay-per-view is. Willow's injured? No, they're in the match. But that's what they're building to. They've been building to this since CEO Mercedes came in. Is that it's Willow and she... You know, that's where Mercedes got injured, was the Willow match. So they can build off of that, which is good. That's all good story. That's a good story thread. But It just seems like a way of getting the belt over to Nightingale to then get it on Mercedes to win the belt at the next thing. Nobody's injured, bruv. Well, that's a shame. Then they're doing nothing. Why wouldn't you have... Here's a fun idea. Regardless of injury, why... And Phenomenal A says, why is Mercedes challenging for the TBS title? Shouldn't the bigger signing challenge for the main title? What do you think? Kind of. Kind of. Your big, giant signing? She's not going for the world title? Like, Toni Storm versus Mercedes Moné would be a fun program. I understand going to Willow because of the history and, you know, the injury angle assigned to it and attached to it. That makes sense. But it should be for, like, world title. Here's what you do if you're Matt. And you give Matt the booking pencil. Look at this t-shirt, by the way. X-Men 97. Best show on television. Let it build, pal? Nah. They're not building it nothing. I think what you could have done, though, if Mercedes is injured or they just want to build to it and they want to give it some life, like just not rush everything, totally cool with that. Why wouldn't you have Mercedes be the special guest referee in the TBS title match? Because then she could count it clean. She could get... Willow could, like, get the pin on Julia Hart. Mercedes could, like, slow count it, try and screw her over, but Willow overcomes the odds. So you got a nice clean baby face who overcomes all the odds. Mercedes just reluctantly gets that 3 count and has to raise her hand. And then you get the stare down and the beat down after. And then you get Mercedes on the show. She's in a referee role. If she's injured, she doesn't have to do a whole lot. She just has to tap on the floor. Just don't moan. And then you got Will Ospreay bruv versus Bryan Danielson. Just a straight up match. And it's just going to be great. That match will be fantastic. I hope it is. It's not for anything. Barely a story. That's my problem with AEW. Because for me, all these guys and girls can wrestle. It's not the wrestling that I'm not interested in. I believe they will all have good matches. Just what's the story? There's not much one here, but there isn't one here, really. That's better English. But it's going to be fun nonetheless. I think it'll just be a good match. It'll be 25 minutes. And they'll go hard. And it'll be good. It's going to be fine. It doesn't really do much for me, brother. Just because there's no depth. It's not about anything. It's not for a title. It's not a #1 contendership. It's not doing anything else. Just kind of there. But that's what the predictions are going to be. So, as we've been on here for an hour, ladies and gentlemen. Let me talk to you. What do you want to talk about? We'll answer your questions. We'll chat a little bit, and then we're going to see what the heck else is going. We took some feedback regarding 2K, what we want to see fixed. There's a lot on the list. We talked about the patch notes. We need another patch. We need a big boy to come in here and patch things up. We got changes coming over to the studio. Got a lot of fun stuff happening. And then as I'm going to look right now, we're going to check things out, and we're going to see how we're doing at our sub count. Because right now, what are we at? Let's hit that refresh button. Oh, 936. We're trying to get to 120,000 right now, guys. And we need 70 or 64 subscribers. So if you guys can, please do Matt a favor and hit that subscribe button today, because we're almost there. We've got 529 awesome people in the community here live. Thank you so much. And if you can, hit the subscribe button. That goes a long way, because then you get updates on what's going on the channel, all the new content, everything that's coming out. We got a new Uncle Howdy video that's out there. Some good stuff going on. So what are your questions? Let's answer some stuff here. MDB says, let me get him. Michelle, Undertaker went backstage and he gave Mr. Damian Priest a pat on the back and he said, good job, brother. Now I'm gonna go home and see Michelle. Big old pile driver. If you don't subscribe to my channel, working on it. Please address this bug. What bug? That 2K is unaware of. Well, what's the bug? What are we talking about? 2K needs to update their weight detection system. Doesn't work 100% of the time, and there are moves that bypass the weight detection. I have seen that. Mohammed? Oh, Mo, you said you missed the 2K update? Well, they didn't mess anything else up more. It's just that stuff needs to be fixed. They haven't addressed the reported concerns. Are you a fan of the final boss? WWE fan. Yes, I am. I like Mr. Rock, Dwayne Johnson. I like what he's doing. I like Final Boss. I got some predictions. I'm going to try and get another video ready for tomorrow, talking Final Boss and what he could be doing like by this summer. I like Final Boss. Final Boss is great. Great character. I hope that new bloodline is all under final boss. That would make the most sense. 74 away, man? Ian? Thank you. Better math than me. 74 subscribers away, and there's over 500 in here, so hit that button, guys. It goes in and helps us. Matt, do you agree or disagree with the fact that All In is just an international show with no storyline, and it's money grabbing? Nah. WWE has money grabbing PLEs. Look at the Saudi Arabia shows. The hell is that? Those are starting to be more canon, but they were just matches, just because Saudi Arabian government wanted them. So, works both ways. Blind Ninja says, do you think WWE 2K can mix My Rise and Universe Mode together to create something bigger and better? No, because I think the Universe Mode system is very old, duct taped together, and they are just keeping it alive the way it is. Do you think Jacob Fatu joins the fray at some point? Yeah, I think Jacob Fatu comes in. I hope they let it breathe for like a month. They got a long road with this bloodline, storyline, the final boss, and all that. Keep Jacob Fatu. Just give it some time. Tama Tonga just showed up one day. People don't know who he is. You got to remember, the vast WWE audience. Yeah, over 2 million people that watch SmackDown. They see this guy show up and start attacking, and the announcer's like, that's Tama Tonga from New Japan. Or just from Japan. They need to flush him out. Give it time. Talk about who he is. And then we go from there. Mr. Geo, that will not happen. They will not patch more than 1,000 images in the slots. That's not happening. Kion, yeah, I said this earlier. Online is not very playable. People have a ton of problems with the online, and they need to fix it. But hopefully they do. New patch. Oh, they fixed side plates? Shockwave? Yeah, they didn't fix the stuff. They didn't fix the side plates. Tama Tonga sounds like a Samoan cuisine. Let me get a 5-piece of the Tama Tonga there with soy sauce. You want an AO? Hey yo. When are we gonna get the Dudley Boys, the Hardy Boys, and ENC in WWE 2K game? Probably never, but I know I want to get that TLC match proper. Probably never gonna happen, bro. How long did you start streaming? I just tuned in. Oh, Puchito, thank you very much for coming by. Been on for an hour, but after the show, I take down the live stream and then I post the replay. So you can go and check it out too if you want to go and scrub through that and watch some stuff you want to hear us talk about. Rax came in and I was still in the Tonga. That's disgusting. I don't want to know what that means there. Bro, online 2K24 in New Zealand is so bad. Is it? It's not great here. I tested it out too. I was like, I'm not a fan of this. Matt Hardy teased the return to WWE. I saw that. I don't really care for that. I mean, if he goes back and produces or helps out and all that stuff, great. I don't need to see Matt Hardy on TV though. Are willing to acknowledge the phenomenal Ace. Hi, Ace. I acknowledge you. Does Jeff's Willow character follow Broken Matt back to WWE? That'd be cool. I mean, if they want to be, if the Willow character wants to work, and see, people like Jeff Hardy though, so I don't know what they're gonna do with that. Hardy Boys showcase, yeah, that's unlikely. Can't do all the tag teams. Wolverine predictions for 2K25's cover star: The Rock or Roman Reigns. That's what I would guess. 2K needs to add more things to create an arena like Pyro. Oh yeah, that'd be good. Do you think 2K would add WrestleMania 40 attires, or are they lazy? They will not. They'll leave that to the community. Too much work. The rumors that JD from New York has a new co-host. Are you the co-host? No. I've never really interacted with JD. I like his show. Bonjour from Ontario, Toronto, Ontario, Canada. We need the community creations. I think WWE are going to get another company to make their video games better. I don't think so. I think that they're with 2K for many years. Mo, it's 6 a.m. there in New Zealand? Oh my goodness. It's 2 in the afternoon here. Mr. Sinister, best villain for 97? Yes. Mr. Sinister is amazing in X-Men 97. If you watch the last episode, oh, they're gearing things up. And Apocalypse is going to be involved somehow. And I'm very excited for all of it. And there's so many more episodes to go. It's so good. I need them to get back to the action, though. Now I've had like a couple episodes where they did like the Jubilee one with Mojo Vision. I was like, okay, that was weird. They've done another story one yesterday. I was like, okay. They flush out the story a little bit. Now I'm ready for big action. That seems to be kind of the thread here, though, too, is they do like big big, huge episodes, and then they like slow it down a little bit, and they bring it back. I'm playing Animal Crossing New Leaf right now. Are you? Oh, my son loves Animal Crossing. Big fan. We actually got him the Animal Crossing Legos. Those are awesome. What's New Leaf? I'm old, so I don't know everything. Animal Crossing New Leaf. On 3DS? Is that right? My son wants a Switch Lite, and I'm like, I gotta tell him, like, hey man, you gotta pump the brakes there. They're gonna come out with the Switch 2 soon. On 3DS, yeah. Yeah, he's got New Horizons, but there's no DLC for it. Like, I'm all about the Animal Crossing for him. There's only one... Isn't there only one DLC pack? The Happy Home? That's it. Happy Home Paradise. Yeah, that's what my kid has. But they don't have any other DLC? I want them to have, like, everything. Greg, there's only the Happy Home DLC, right? I'm literally on Animal Crossing's website. Hi, guys. Maze, what's up? Ahmad, what's up? Yeah, he's got Happy Home Paradise. Give me your best, yeah? Yeah! It's not my best. And that's it. There's just Happy Home Paradise. Ah, that's a bummer. Come on, Nintendo. For Jay to win the World Championship, do you think he's not ready yet? I don't think he's ready. I think there's more story if he goes back with Jimmy. Does that. I don't think Jay could challenge for the world title like he is. That's probably as far as it goes. You're hyped for Deadpool and Wolverine? Dude, yes. I think X-Men 97 is a fantastic way to bring back the Marvel Cinematic Universe. Get it back on track. X-Men 97 is doing something very special where they are talking about time travel and they are talking about kind of like multiverse stuff. But Avengers and the MCU in its current state really went off the rails for me because it just started getting way too multiverse. Way too multiverse, where basically everything can get retcon. X-Men, when they eventually do, like, Wolverine and Deadpool will also help. X-Men 97, Wolverine, Deadpool, I think will help push MCU forward, but in like a more linear way, where stuff will make sense and they can fix some stuff in Deadpool, Wolverine. And then go into X-Men and actually build out proper. Do it like X-Men 97 and just have really cool stories and build it out, but don't get into like, okay, they're gonna time travel with Bishop and they're gonna go and fight Apocalypse, and then that's gonna set this other thing in motion, and now we have an alternate universe with different X-Men, and we're gonna do that in the third movie, and then we're gonna have solo movies for every single X-Men character, and they're all gonna suck. No, just build. Give us 3-hour movies that are beautiful and all like Infinity War. Just, you can build these individual stories or like smaller X-Men movies, but don't go into like, oh, now we have a series with like Shatterstar and Pyro, like, I don't know, and Dazzler. Like, we're gonna give Dazzler her own Disney show for 9 episodes, and everyone's like, why? It just gets, that's what happened to me with the MCU, where I was like, this is way too much. I watched the first season of Loki, and I was like, this is really good. I thought Falcon Winter Soldier was also very good. Then it just got way too big, man. Yeah, I think Deadpool 3 will save MCU. I really do. And on that note, everybody, we're going to wrap up for the day. Thank you so much for being here. Thank you for supporting. I said this at the beginning. You guys joined here. Hit the subscribe button because we're almost at 120,000. So if you guys can, on your way out, just, it's free. Hit the subscribe. You get updated on all the content from live shows to our unfiltered videos, talking heads, talking like Uncle Howdy, talking about The Rock, talking about all things WWE. We've also got all of our 2K24 coverage. We got new videos that came out this week for that. But the big thing is, this is our last stream in here. So the next time we do a live show together, we will not be in here anymore. We're moving on out. And we're moving up and we're upgrading. So we're going into Studio 3.0 basically at this point in the whole generation. I've been on YouTube for 3 years now. And yeah, we're moving the needle forward a little bit. So I'm very excited. It looks like it'll be early next week. Like, I'll probably be filming. I'll do a live stream and I'll announce it and all of that. It's kind of fun for me. People won't care. That's okay. I'll probably do an announcement and we'll do a kickoff of a live show and some videos in the new studio. It'll be a lot of fun. So that should be coming next week. Things will look different. Hopefully it'll be a lot of fun. Thank you very much for being here. Thanks for supporting. Thank you for the super chats, channel members, and you guys just liking and hanging out and talking a little wrestling today. Have a great day. Be positive. Go do something nice and go have fun. I'll see you later. Bye.
Let me talk to him.